guys, my name is Lilly and today it's a little bit stormy in the forest, but that doesn't prevent me to make a video on what exercises are going to make a better archer out of you. Stay tuned. Alright, so today I want to discuss on what exercises beginners can make to improve their accuracy with the bow and arrow. And before I show you the best exercise for that, I first want to give you another tip. And my tip is use a TheraBand to practice your release and to strengthen your muscles. Archery is a lot of fun, but if you are shooting a bow which is too strong, you are risking injuries, and that happened to many archers before, even to me. I think I had like 5 injuries already, and most of the injuries are on this side, on the right side of the shoulder, because I'm a right-handed archer. But right now I have an injury on the left side. And yeah, I was just too eager to shoot a very strong bow, and then I hurt myself. And shoulder injuries usually take a couple of months to heal because they are a little bit complicated. So make sure that first of all, you are shooting a bow which is not too strong. So what kind of draw weight do you want to shoot as a beginner? For women, the beginner's weight for a bow is 18 pounds. And for men, it's 25 pounds. And men always have this problem, you know, they want to shoot a stronger bow more quickly. So sometimes they hurt themselves because they are too eager to shoot a strong bow. So for the man, if you're an average man, 25 pounds is the right start weight. If you're a really strong man, then you can start with 30 pounds. But if you have really long hands and you're a strong man, then you have to go down to 25 pounds again, because if you have longer arms, you will pull more draw weight. So I got a friend, he got like 31.5 inches of draw length, and he's shooting a 25-pound bow. But because he's drawing the bow super far, he's shooting actually 30 pounds on his fingers, although the bow only says 25 pounds. So if you got extra long arms, then 25 pounds is the right starting weight for you. This year the TheraBand is really important for every archer, and you can use it in general to just strengthen your shoulder like this. So there might be the case that you don't have so much time to go on the archery range, right? And if you're not shooting the bow regularly, then you're not building up muscle. So what I recommend to every archer is that you use a TheraBand and you just train your muscle every day, 10 minutes or so. And this way you keep your shoulder strong, and also this way you can level up to a stronger bow more quickly. Also, one good exercise for beginners is to use the TheraBand and practice your release. So a lot of beginners, when they are drawing the bow and shooting the bow, actually they are doing it wrong, because they are drawing the bow and then they just open the hand like this. And that's not a good release. So what you want to do is you want to draw your bow into your anchor, and then you want to pull back the hand on your shoulder. And this is what it's called release, and this is something that you want to practice. And very often I have experienced with beginners that they are not releasing correctly. So you always want to release in the line of the arrow, and then you want to rest your arm or hand here on the shoulder area. You don't want to let go of the arrow like this. This is not a good release because it's very uncontrollable and you cannot make it the same every time, right? So when it comes to archery, the accuracy comes from doing the same movement over and over again, but it needs to be exactly the same. And releasing the string like this is really hard to do. Sometimes you can pluck it to the side, and that's not good because then the arrow will get a kick to the side. So it's better to let go like this and draw back the arm like so. And to practice this release, you can do it actually with the TheraBand. And this is something that I really recommend to all of the beginners because you first want to internalize this movement before you actually grab a bow. So you take your TheraBand and then you anchor in your face and then you just release and pull back your arm. And this is something you want to do 100 times actually each day. Okay? Just train this movement so that you memorize this movement because when you're shooting a bow, there are 10 different things that you have to focus on, and so many people forget to do this pulling back movement. Nice. Also, next what I recommend is having a back quiver. Because if you have a back quiver, your hand is already up here and then you will automatically grab the arrow. Now, I've had a friend and I showed him how to shoot a bow and he was shooting great, but he had a side quiver, and so after shooting great, then after a couple of weeks, he didn't pull back the hand anymore, but instead he was shooting like this and instantly dropping the hand to the side quiver. And this is not good. You really want to pull back in the line of the arrow and not drop your hand to grab the next arrow from the side quiver. So TheraBand is the best friend of an archer. And now let's go on, and I want to show you the best exercise for beginners. Alright, so let's say you have purchased your first bow and arrows, and now you want to go and shoot some arrows on the range. Now, first of all, you want to learn your bow and how it shoots, and most importantly, you want to learn how your arrows are flying. This is really important. So every arrow has a certain spine and also a certain weight. And this arrow, for example, which is by the company Pentalon, it's having a GPI, grains per inch, of 4.2. So that's pretty lightweight, but even this lightweight arrow will fall down after a couple of meters. So what I've realized is that after 16 meters, the arrow is falling down quite significant, and then it's really hard to make an accurate shot. And that's because I'm just shooting a 18 pounds bow, and of course with a weak bow you cannot shoot that far. So what you have to do is you have to learn the flight curve of your arrow. So the flight curve of the arrow depends on the strength of the bow. It also depends on your personal draw weight, and it depends on the weight of the arrow, and of course on the length, and of course on how big the fletching is. It also depends on what weight you have on the tip and on the backside. So there are many factors that are contributing to your own personal flight curve, and yeah, you need to learn your flight curve. And what's the best exercise to do that? Well, you want to go really close to the target, you want to take a couple of shots, and once you hit the target, you can move farther away, and then you want to do another couple of shots or one shot, and then you want to move farther away and continue this exercise. And this is the best way to learn the flight curve of your arrow. So this is how the exercise should look like, and you want to have a small circle where all of your arrows are stuck in. But yeah, the last arrow I had to aim a little bit higher. I think the distance was about 16 meters then. So yeah, with this weak bow you feel the drop of the arrow much faster than of course with a very strong bow. Okay, let's see if I can hit a target really far away. The distance is 25 meters, which is quite far for this strength of bow. So it's going to be a guessing game. Ooh, I hit it. Alright, so with the tip of the arrow I was aiming about here, and then the arrow went here. So I should have aimed like at this height, and then the arrow would have been in the target in the middle, in the kill zone. Alright, so now let's say you have practiced your archery skills for maybe half a year. You're getting a pretty decent grouping like this on 10-15 meters. Now it's time to start learning distances and to estimate the range from you to your target. And this is a really hard task because it's not that easy. So you can either use a rangefinder or just train yourself in the different distances. But it's really important that you are learning the distances and get a good feel for it, because otherwise you're not going to hit the target even if you have the perfect form and the perfect equipment. So what's the best exercise to estimate the distance to a target? Well, first of all, you approach the target and you determine from which place you want to shoot, and then you want to estimate the distance. So now I'm saying this is maybe 17 meters right now, and then you want to make a shot, and if you are correct, then the shot should hit the target. Also, after that you should take out the rangefinder and see if it's really the distance that you have estimated. Alright guys, so these are the exercises that you can exercise to become a better archer. Also, I wanted to let you know that I've opened up a bow store, and if you're living in Austria or Germany, then you can get some products, really nice products, arrows and bows, on my website, and I will link all of the products in the description below, including this bow here, which is the Semic Polaris, and these arrows, which are really awesome. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching guys, and stay tuned till next time.